Hey, welcome to Integrative Preparedness. I'm Steve Smith. Here's to you. I was just sitting down to have my second PBR of the day. I was putting up a video for the Patreon folks about a tour through the NRA's American Sporting Arms Museum. I was down in Springfield, Missouri, a few days ago. So I did a walkthrough through there and showed that. Any of you who haven't been through that, it's real interesting place. So if you're on Patreon, you'll get to see that. If you're not on Patreon, why aren't you? Because the link's right down there. So I'm putting that up, and then I see a headline about this mass shooting up in New York. Was it Buffalo? I think it was. I skimmed the first information, which realized the first information that you read, they're still trying to figure out what they want to tell us. Let's put it that way. So apparently a guy pulls into a lot, gets out of his car, starts shooting at people with a rifle, goes into some kind of grocery store, shoots some more people, kills 10. They didn't say, at least in the article that I read, how many were injured. A rifle does not automatically result in a death. So if there were 10 killed, and this happened some time ago in another grocery store, I forget where that one was, where I kind of questioned it. Everybody was dead. Why were they all dead? Why were there none injured? Because that's what you would expect to find. You would usually expect to find more injured than dead, but we'll see what happens with that. And then they're describing the shooter who gave himself up. Interesting. A couple of witnesses apparently said the police showed up. This guy held his rifle to his chin at first. And here again, first information is never necessarily right. And then laid the gun down, went flat on his face. Police have it. Several things stick out in the first information here. They're describing the shooter as a white male, late teens to early 20s. All camoed up, apparently with a tactical helmet to which a camera was mounted. I think they said plate carrier. I maybe not, maybe, but I think that they did. So he's all dressed up, right, dressed for success, ready to go. And they say that the FBI is looking into whether it is racially motivated, because apparently this is a majority-minority neighborhood. Those are the basics right there. They're saying a white male, late teens, early 20s, all camo, using a rifle, goes into a majority grocery store, shoots the place up, gives himself up to police. They say they're still investigating to find the motive. I'm sure that as many questions occur to you as occur to me on this. Now, I've said before, expect some false flags. Expect more of this stuff, right? We're coming into the crazy season. Everything that they've tried has backfired on them. Did you all read Matt Bracken's first book? If not, you should have. I think it was for the first one. There was 3 in the series that were great. What was the first one? Enemies, Foreign and Domestic. If you haven't, you should read it. Anyway, that's what we have. It'll be interesting to see what comes out of it. If you know more about this, post it. Remember, here on this channel, we don't go into threats. We don't go into anything that jeopardizes our ability to keep on talking, right? If somebody does, I get rid of them because I figure that they're trying to start trouble. We have a lot of intelligent people here who can express themselves properly, talking around the situation without talking improperly. Let's watch what happens with this. Let's watch and see how this is developed. White male, minority, camoed up. Does that mean militia? It doesn't mean militia at all. Does it mean that's what they're going to try to say? Rifle. We're going to see what they say. If you're not with me on Patreon, you need to be with me on Patreon. Not so that I get your dollars, but so that you get the information that I put over there. I've just recently put one up about carrying multiple weapons, another one about one person house clearing, building clearing, and there's more coming. We're coming into a very dangerous time of our history. This country is falling apart. I just made one to put up on American Reversion about the destruction of the American. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. You can join me there by the link down here, patreon.com/integrative preparedness, because I give you a lot of information over there that you need to know, that you may have to need to know and to use. Anyway, let's keep our eye on this one, see what develops out of this, because it's going to have some repercussions. It's going to have some effects on what's going on in our world. Be prepared all the time. Be always ready to defend yourself and those who depend on you to defend them, because I think it's going to get a lot worse, and I think it's going to get a lot worse pretty quick. You all have a good day. I'll be back with another one when we find out more. Bye-bye.